Today, we are going to learn the differences between American and British English. Let's begin by learning how to compare American and British English grammatical differences. Although American and British English are very similar, there are a few differences within grammar, idioms, and vocabulary. Let's begin with the grammatical differences. Firstly, in British English, the forms I've got, I haven't got, and have you got are very commonly used, whereas in American English, the forms I have, I don't have, and do you have are more common. For example, the question, have you got the time, is used in British English, but in American English, we use, do you have the time? And in British English, the sentence, I haven't got any money, would be, I don't have any money, in American English. Now, let's see American and British English grammatical differences in the present perfect. Perhaps the most significant grammatical difference between British and American English is the use of the present perfect and simple past. In British English, we use the present perfect for giving news of recent events. For example, I have just bought a computer. Whereas in American English, we often use the simple past for giving news of recent events. For example, I just bought a computer. In addition, within American English, it's possible to use the simple past with indefinite time frames, such as already, yet, ever, and before. For example, did you see this film yet? Whereas in British English, we use the present perfect. Have you seen this film yet? We didn't see him yet. We haven't seen him yet. He already went home. He has already gone home. Let's move on to American and British English grammatical differences using to have. In British English, we often use the verb to have plus an object to talk about actions and experiences. For example, have a bath. However, in American English, we use the verb to take plus an object. For example, take a bath. In expressions like these, the exact meaning of the sentence depends on the noun that follows. For example, let's have a break. Let's take a break. I had a shower before I left. I took a shower before I left. I'll have a coffee. I'll take a coffee. So now we know the most common grammatical differences. Let's look at American and British English vocabulary differences. There are several vocabulary differences between British English and American English. Let's look at a few examples. The word autumn is British English, but fall is American English. For example, I love the autumn. I love the fall. Biscuit is British English, but cookie is American English. For example, would you like a biscuit? Would you like a cookie? Rubbish is British English, but garbage is American English. For example, did you take out the rubbish? Did you take out the garbage? And a final example. Holiday is British English, but vacation is American English. For example, when are you going on holiday? When are you going on vacation? There are many more examples, but for now, let's move on. let's look at the differences in American and British English expressions with prepositions. When comparing British and American English, it is also important to note the difference between the use of prepositions within expressions. For example, in British English, the expression check something in American English is check something out. The expression do something again is British English, but do something over is American English. Meet somebody in British English is meet with somebody in American English. This is similar to visit somebody in British English, which is visit with somebody in American English. Monday to Friday in British English is Monday through Friday in American English. Nearly there. Just a couple more examples before we finish. At home in British English is simply home in American English. Similarly, on Mondays in British English is simply Mondays in American English.